Alright, Mr. Bull Python is
Being
under
charged with terrorism.
Terrorism.
Murder. Yeah.
Drug trafficking.
Murder. Drug trafficking.
Breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering.
God damn.
It was a home invasion.
Wait, Cake is here?
Yeah.
Hey,
That
alrighty.
dude hit me up, boy. God damn.
Are we gonna have a jury in this, or just my final
It
verdict?
looks like we got pretty.
He deserves a couple.
Please do.
Miss Tammy can't hear Mike, so you're gonna have to type for her.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, aren't I the keyboard person? I'll just type everything you're saying.
Lana's the keyboard person. She's the
Alright,
transcriptor.
Let's just clarify who's not on the jury.
You're gonna have to type it.
Hope I
Type it
asked
on like
to type.
Notepad.
Let's clarify who is and is not on the jury before we begin.
Alright. Let's see who I know there who's not gonna be biased. Marcello, Sue Wu, Maze.
Maze is in Uptown.
Maze is
How
in
do you know
Uptown?
that?
Oh, I see it on her thing, yeah.
No, you can't look at titles, motherfucker. You can't look at titles.
Alright, we're not
see
doing
right
a
now,
jury.
you can't look
We're
at
not
titles.
we're not doing a jury. I'll be the final verdict.
Yeah, don't do a jury.
I will judge fairly, by the way. Alright, anyway, so we have a count of terrorism, attempted murder, drug trafficking, and breaking and entering. The accused is Bull Python. Yeah, let's get our opening statements. Go ahead, Cake.
Okay. Jordie is another witness. I don't know if we mentioned that, but she and I were in our apartment, which happens to be one story under Mr. Bull Python and Tammy Python. They were having some kind of a meeting up there, and I tried my best not to listen in on it. You know, so I don't really want to get into that because that would open up a whole nother can of worms. But
And I tried not to listen.
after the meeting
Lying
ended,
ass.
and if Jordie wants to talk about that, you know, I'm just not going to discuss that because I think it's off the record. But after their meeting ended, Satori
Yeah, can we get this? Can we get on with this? What is your statement
and
towards
he
the Bull
started to
Python?
try and against Bull Python. I'm telling you, basically one of the people that was in his house started picking our lock and threatening us that if we didn't give him money, he wasn't going to go away and he was going to shoot us. And unfortunately, he did manage to get through the door, and he did manage to take both of us out before we could get our, you know, he shot us, and he basically sent us to the hospital. Yeah, well,
He sent you
I'm
both
still
to the
alive.
both to the
Yes,
hospital.
I
Right?
was all fucked up.
And-
Excuse my language. And then, when I came home, I couldn't get back into my apartment because Bull was charging. First of all, Bull helped him take me down.
Oh,
Because Carrie got a couple shots in, but Bull, I don't know why, but somehow Bull was in the hallway because he's excited by violence, and that just brings me back to the thing with him and Tammy and how he gets his jollies off. He heard the violence, he came a-running, and he got the last couple of shots in. And so when I was coming home, and they wouldn't let me back in my house. And I had the SWAT team follow me because they recognized me, they wanted to know what happened. And they gunned them down as they were coming up the building, so they took down about 3 officers.
3 officers?
oh my god!
Yes, Bull was
What is
spotted
this?
at the hospital. He was
He
taken
also
into custody.
he also shot at me when I was gonna arrest him.
Hey yo, Tano, you're not in
Right.
this. This is her story. Can you relax, please, sir?
He's a
Thank
witness.
you.
Hey,
Hold on,
everybody.
I'm the arresting
Let her
officer.
finish.
The arresting
He
officer.
is the
Doesn't
arresting
matter.
officer.
One sec.
But he
We'll
was
Doesn't
call you
one
matter.
of the victims.
We'll call him
This
if I need to.
gentleman
I'll call him up.
attempted to murder 3 police officers, and this all started in my
And
home.
okay, under my belief, I was told that he also attempted to murder the mayor.
He did.
True or not?
Oh, there was a guy
That
that
is-
was
that is
wearing a
true.
pumpkin. I don't know if that was the mayor because he had a pumpkin on his head. I think
Oh.
it was. It sounded like him.
It sounded like the mayor.
He's
Well,
trying to
unfortunately,
protect himself with the pumpkin because these guys have really bad reputation, but our mayor is very
but you
dedicated to public
can't
safety,
say
so that does sound
100%
about
it
right.
was the mayor though.
Oh my
Can you
God.
say 100% it was the mayor?
It was
I
the
can say it
mayor.
was.
I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know anybody else that would jump into the line
Yeah, I
of fire
think the
with
mayor had
pumpkin
a
on their head
couple too
for
much
the
drinks
sake
in
of
it.
public
Pumpkin.
safety.
That dang mayor and his alcoholism. You know, sometimes he just gets a little too caught up. Anyways, is that the end of your statement?
Regarding Bull Python, yes.
Yeah. Well, Tammy I don't understand what's going on with Tammy. Are we doing it together, or is she having her own separate case?
I was trying to bring Tammy to the station for questioning because when I came back, with all the gunfire happening between the two officers that came to address the initial crime, I went into his apartment to find him because they were having a shootout from the balcony. And so I was able to pick the lock and get into Bull's apartment. I saw a bunch of crack, meth, whatever it was, a white substance, and I tasted it. It made my mouth numb. I'm a little buzzed. So I'm quite sure that it's some type of a cocaine product, if not meth.
All right, well,
so we haven't fingerprinted it, but I suspect that Tammy is involved in drug trafficking, and also just wanted to talk to her about whether or not she knew anything about this home invasion and the attempted murders that took place.
All right, we'll do that in a
sure
separate court
in
case.
the building, but as I was speaking with her, she got a little violent, and they came running because they were running from the police after they went to the hospital. And so I got scared, and my gun went off.
Understandable. We'll save that for a different day, a different court case for her. Today we're going to focus on Bull Python. Bull?
Okay.
Can I hear your defense?
It's my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to touch on one thing real quick. Number one, somebody said somebody shot, quote-unquote, the mayor.
Yes.
But from what I remember, if someone happens to be on the 4th floor of that apartment, and if somebody's looking over the terrace...
I object. There's only one apartment on the 4th floor, and it's not yours.
The 5th floor.
I'm sorry, I'm high from the stuff on your coffee table.
Floor.
Pardon
Yeah,
me.
but if you're going to interrupt me,
Not
I didn't
myself.
interrupt you. So can I talk, please? Thank you.
Objection.
You see, he's violent.
No, it's fine.
Right.
Continue,
well, when
Bull.
y'all ready to hear me, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and be
No,
quiet.
it's fine, Bull. Continue. Let him
The
finish
whole
what he has
point
to
is,
say.
if somebody's on the 5th floor, and they're looking over the terrace, and they see somebody, I'm just saying all of this is hypothetical.
With a big
And
old
they
gun in
see-
his hand.
All right, she talks again, I'm not talking no more. And y'all can kiss my ass. How's that?
Yeah, Cake, if you talk one more time, I'm going to have to...
Thank you, because I didn't
have to
interrupt
warn
her ass.
Okay.
Whole point is this. If somebody's looking over the balcony, sees something downstairs, and shots are fired upstairs, people are grappling up the side of a wall. Now, this is all speculation, of course, because I didn't see any of this. The whole point is if people are grappling up the side of the wall, it looks like nothing but an invasion. So the whole point is if someone is on the 5th floor looking down and they see a man down there or a person with, I'm hearing, a pumpkin on his head, then I'm sorry, but that person is not going to know who that person is exactly. Now, if that person does not know who that person is and sees roach looking... Are you fucking serious?
Alright, let's stop. Next person to laugh is out of my courtroom.
Is that a dog sticking his head through the wall right now?
Where?
To your right.
Dobie, get out of here.
Alright, somebody arrest. Let me throw that dog in the pound.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Shoot, Dobie, a shoot.
Okay,
Alright, so you're saying, Bull,
Oh,
that you
so
have no
it's
involvement with said crimes, that you were
all I'm
not
saying is
present
this.
at the
All
Yakuza
I'm saying
apartment, whatever
is
you call
this.
it.
The officer over here, Cake, has admitted to breaking and entering. Point blank, she broke into the 5th floor apartment and quote unquote saw a whole bunch of drugs that were not even there because I was there a little while earlier. They weren't even there. She supposedly broke into an apartment, and if I'm not mistaken, that's against the law as well. Now, my whole point is this. When I was arrested by Tano, and Tano told me point blank that you were being arrested for attempted murder, bail being $2,000. Okay, fine. Then all of a sudden, while I'm sitting in jail, other officers of the law came and basically said that I got additional charges put on me, and all the charges murder. point blank of an officer. Now, when it comes to attempted murder of an officer, that's an interesting situation. I was at the